Bam, Metaclean underscore Rupert in the building, bro. How you feeling, bro? I'm really glad you came through. I'm really glad we have some time to talk, man. And welcome to the show, brother. For real, man. How you feeling? How you feeling right
I'm
now?
good, brother. I'm good. Appreciate you so much, man. Thank you for everything that you've been doing around this space. Because I think it's important for the stuff that we try to do. We people got to see it, right? And there you are to fill somebody's need. So, pause. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
No, I really appreciate that, man. And I appreciate you for being one of the people who believed in me and actually hired me to make me know that it's money to be made in the metaverse. And I don't take that lightly because I came in the mission in VR to kind of do my camera thing. Wait, but not initially, right? It's more so when I met the people, seeing how they bring their niche, into the VR, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I can do the same, and like, how can we how can we monetize? You know what I mean? How can we make money
yeah,
in a headset like this? And that's how I started my journey. But it turned into way more than just that, man. But I'm
absolutely,
excited, man.
man. Absolutely. That's the thing, right? I think the thing is that we are individuals before we put this headset on, and we don't have to come in here and reinvent ourselves. We're passionate about the things that we do in our physical worlds, and all that stuff translates into VR. It really does.
No, 100%, man, 100%. And we're gonna talk more about that, man. But
Yeah.
right now, I want to welcome everybody to In the Lens with Benz. I'm your host, Beneficial Films, and y'all may know me in VR as Beneficial Games, right? Today, we're doing something different, bringing together the virtual and the real. I'm here as my avatar in VR. Joining me on FaceTime is Metaclean Rupert, a real
That's it.
world creator, networker, innovator who's making waves in this digital space. And on this show, we talk about virtual reality, AI, and the creative journeys of those shaping the future. It's about imagination, innovation, and community. And today we're diving in. Metaclean Rupert, bro. Welcome,
You.
bro. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And speaking of community and VR and AI and networking, brother, you I feel are the definition in when it comes to VR, bro. Can you please introduce yourself and let the people know who you are in your own words right now?
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. So, in the physical world, my name's Martin. In VR, I go by Metaclean. I got my name because I wanted to test the limits of what we could do in virtual reality. So, I do believe, I'm still checking, but I do believe that I'm the first person to have a janitorial service in the metaverse, which sounds crazy, but I wanted to combine a very traditional, easy to start business in the physical world with the immersion of what virtual reality does, right? So when I got my first client and my first Cash App, I realized at that point that any business could be successful in here if you just market it, right? You have to treat it like a real business, even though we're in this immersive space. It is the business principles never cease to be applied. So starting that, I realized that with some of my past experiences, I realized that instead of being the creator I thought I wanted to be, I might be best suited as a mentor. Having made money as a creator, I'm a past photographer, graphic artist. I used to shoot for some of the magazines in New York, and I just realized that knowing the process of monetizing your creativity, I was better suited to maybe assist some of these young, amazing creators who didn't have any business sense or business knowledge, right? No fault of their own. They just were never in that position to do that.
Right.
And I filled a gap, right? So I provided a service, a lot of it for free, as I kind of tested the limits of what could be done. Sometimes using other people's talents to do so, pushing their limits and pushing the whole platform forward, and try to do it in a responsible and ethical way where you don't harm people, where it's really
Mm-hmm.
just about growing together.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna get into that more too, though, just
Yeah.
community and just people in VR for sure. Uh, and bro, I know you do build, but I know you're not known well in Horizon Worlds, that is, as a builder, more so as a networker, as somebody who can put people together and create projects and make it happen, bro.
Yeah.
I want to know how did you start in VR? Like how did you start go in VR for that?
Well, listen, I bought my headset thinking I was going to resell it, thinking it was going to be like the hottest toy of the Christmas season. 2 weeks before Christmas, Costco gets a shipment of 250 headsets. I'm just like, all right, well, I'm not going to make money. I was going to make like 300 bucks. That's what I was thinking. So I'm like, I'm not going to make money from this thing. It was right around the pandemic, so we were kind of shut in anyway. So I just opened the box and put it on, and man, I was blown away. Absolutely blown away. I went to a world. Back then it was the plaza. You go to the plaza,
Mm,
and I start to realize that all these people are spread out all over the country. Um, and I'm having conversations with the people from Arizona and New York and all over the country. And I'm just like, man, blows my mind. Then somebody comes in and is just like,
mm,
hey, do you know about Horizon Worlds? I'm just like, nah. Somebody was marketing Horizon World. So we go to Horizon Worlds, and I go in there into my first world, and I'm just like, how the hell did I miss all this stuff? I like innovation and technology, right? I always try to stay abreast of the latest trends, and I missed all this. I had a little entry
mm.
point into VR with my Google VR cardboard, but that's just a
Okay.
cell phone in a box, right? That's not really VR.
Yeah,
Um,
not it all the way, right?
and I yeah, exactly. And I understood the metaverse because I was invested in a few cryptocurrencies that were metaverse based. So I knew the term metaverse, but I'd never explored it. But man, when I went in there for the first time, it's like a light just went off. And all my creativity that I had abandoned just came flooding back, being surrounded by creatives. And I thought I was going to be like this real super creator because I'm a creative, right? I've done fashion, music, photography, graphic arts, a bit of everything, and I realized I didn't really like the building process that much. Um,
No,
I thought
you
I would.
didn't.
Nah, nah.
What
Like
turned
I
you
had to be
away?
in a certain mood to build.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. I'm about to say, what kind of mood is that though? If you don't mind me asking, what kind of mood is
Uh,
that you
as a
got to be in?
creative man, it just comes to me. I can be in a mood to build for 3 months straight, and then that fourth month comes, and I just don't feel like building anything. And it may last 2 weeks, it may last a month. I don't know, man. I've learned to trust my creative process. I know when I try to force it, it doesn't come out satisfying. So I just
Okay.
wait for my inspiration to come. But in those downtimes, that's when I have a chance to really dig into the community. Everything I build for myself is all really community based anyway. I don't really build anything to monetize. I'm about event spaces and gathering spaces and allowing
Hmm.
people to talk and tell their journey. I think that's really important.
And that's when I really first met you, man. You have a show called Meta Talks that you host, and you
Yeah, Meta
started.
Talks Live.
Yes, sir. Meta Talks live, man. And that's when I first introduced to you. I was introduced with other creators, and from there, you when you did your shows, the audience filled up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I'm like, oh, it's real people sitting down listening with me, and I can talk
yeah,
with them.
yeah.
And
And
their
that's what it's
stories was
about.
incredible too.
That's exactly what it's about, man. So I started that build in a place of frustration. It didn't even start as a positive build. It really was built as a way for me to say, I'm gonna show you type attitude, which I don't dig into very often, but I'm human, right?
Mhm.
I was
There
on
you
a
go.
big build and the build was going great. And as so many things in Horizon Worlds, the dynamics of the team just didn't work out. And I left that build very unsatisfied, and
Mm,
I was determined to build a space for people like me, right? Listen, I'm a little bit older. I don't do the club scene anymore. I don't like really huge crowds and gatherings. I like one-on-one time with people, and I like to talk to people and hear what people are going through and what they've been through. And I was just like, you know what? I love TED Talks. Let's build like a TED Talk type environment, and that's how Meta Talks Live came to be. But really, it was after my first show, man. There was an experience that happened in that show that brought all those avatars, and we didn't have any legs back then, but brought all those
uh,
avatars out of their seats around this person into a group hug. And that was the first time I felt energy shift in this
mm,
space. And there were 24 people in the world. That was a max at the time. 24 people, and you could hear everybody crying. And man, that changed everything about what this space is for me. It's not just about making money in business. We really affect people and people's lives in here, man. On a deeper level, we're humans within this headset, and Man, when
Mm-hmm.
that happened, the whole format of the show evolved on its own. All I do is act as a moderator. When I invite my guests to that show, they're allowed to speak about anything they want to speak about. I don't tell them what to speak about. All I ask is that they keep it, it's not a bashing session. We're here for your journey, not to bash people. And if you've done good within the community, you're going to be on that stage. You will be, at least at the time that you were on that stage.
No, and I loved every person you had on there, bro. And it seems to go real deep when
Yeah,
they talk, bro, and they
yeah,
have the best worlds or the most wild creative worlds, and
yeah.
it seems like most of them are made from a place of like therapy or like
Yeah,
getting away or like you said frustration or getting out a certain emotion, and they will do it through art. And
yeah,
it seems like it's like the best for some reason, and that's like with
yeah.
any art.
And you know what I find, Ben, man? It's like I get it, right? Sometimes when you start these shows, your goal is viewership, right? You want to go for the biggest names, the most popular names, the same 30 people over and over and over and over again. And I'm one of those people, right? I've been on so many shows and speaking venues that I understand that certain people attract a certain type of crowd. Right. But there are so many creators on here that do amazing things, not just in VR, maybe just the way they connect their real lives to VR, maybe the stuff that they've been through in their physical worlds, and they can talk about what they've been through and what they've done to overcome the obstacles that led them to this point now. Some of them still going through stuff, but I found that when you are able to tell that story on a stage in front of people that truly love you, it doesn't matter what you're going through, that level, that energy, that support that is in that crowd resonates. And it changes your energy. It does. It's been an amazing show, man. Absolutely amazing.
And how many seasons have you done so far, man? You got like eight, nine?
Nah, 5 seasons, man. We've had a lot of technical difficulties with that show. I've had to
Okay.
rebuild it 4 times. Um, and
Mm.
then, taking my breaks in between seasons. And then I lost everything a couple of months ago. That's when I, came back home. So I was just like, I'm just gonna pause it for a while. With that show, man, I don't really, it's not about necessarily consistency for the sake of consistency. It's got to be a certain type of energy around that show. And if it's not there, I'm just not gonna have it. I'm okay with it.
I feel that, and I feel that 100% because your
Hmm.
show it has some sort of magic to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Uh, yeah, I really want you to continue, and I'm always there for this. Whenever you want to start it back up, man, I know
Yeah,
it's in the works, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to let it go. And it's more creators out here today that's still doing stuff, and even some new ones,
yeah.
some new ones.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna I'm gonna expand now, right? My brand has changed a little bit now, so I want to utilize the show for more of a podcast type setting. So I'm working on some visuals, and there's so much new technology now that we have to get used to. Um, I'm not gonna abandon the set, but I've always got to come back bigger and better and stronger. So we're gonna add some new things, but it's no rush. It probably won't be this year at all. And that's fine. That's okay.
Not this year.
Nah, not this year. We got so much stuff planned with the block. That I want to focus on that and make sure we get all
Okay.
that stuff accomplished.
Shout out the block. Shout out the block, bro. How's
Yeah,
that going so far? Can you explain
man,
what the block is?
yeah, it's going phenomenal. So yeah, so what the block is? So the block was actually a collaboration between myself, Yo Afro, and Mr. Waterloon. And as we are in the metaverse, we all have experience in the music business. Afro on both ends as an artist and a choreographer, Mr. Waterloon as a producer and artist, and me as a graphic artist who was part of a team that got an artist signed with Aftermath Records. And
Nice.
so we realized when we're in this metaverse space, we saw the same artists perform continually, and a lot of times, majority of the times, not get paid for what they did, right? So they were exploited for their talents to bring people into worlds so they can increase engagement, but they weren't compensated. So we decided to create a monetization system. We decided to install a scaling system, the same way they do in the physical world with gold and platinum, diamond status.
Yeah.
And we created a physical or virtual asset with someone's album cover and music on it, and we distributed it like an album release. And we said, listen, if you get
Nice.
20 sold, you're gold. If you get 50 sold, you're platinum. And if 50 and if 100 people come and pick it up, you're platinum. I mean, you're diamond. And we
Mm,
determine based on that, then we can determine how much we will pay you to perform, right? So if nobody
mm.
knows who you are, then why should anybody pay you? That's how it works in the real world, right? You don't sell out Madison Square Garden and nobody knows who the hell you are. But
Correct.
if you've got more than 100 of these digital assets picked up by people, man, in this space, you're popping because that's a lot of people that listen to your music now that have your asset, right? So now you're worth paying the premium, right? So we did that for a
That's
few
really
people,
smart.
man, and it was amazing. All About the Money um, was the first one to go diamond.
Mm.
He's the first one to go platinum, and the
Who was
first one to
that
go
again?
diamond. Man. Yeah, his team was on it, and
What?
he went
Who was
platinum
that
in two
again?
days. What's that?
Who was that?
All About the Money.
All about the money. Okay. Okay. Shout out
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
money.
yeah. Money went platinum in 2 days, man. Crazy. Then Fro, then Cause, and a few other people, man. And yeah, that's so so now when we book these shows and have these events, we can say, hey, we're gonna pay you this much based on the result of this, right? So if you need the opportunity and no one knows you, we'll set up a venue, we'll do it for free. And then based on if you're gold, platinum, or diamond, that's how much we're gonna pay you per song. So I feel like if you're diamond, you should get paid at least $10 to $20 per song. We're paying $20 per song,
Wow.
right? So you do
What you
three
mean by
songs,
per
that's
song?
$60, 15 minutes. Man, that's $240 an hour.
And how do you do that per song? You do that in VR or?
Yeah, in VR. So however many songs you perform, that's how we'll pay you. So if you perform three songs,
Ah,
we'll pay you
okay.
$20 a song, and that'll be your
Nice.
payment for the night. If you
That's
gold, we'll
that's
pay
clutch.
you $5 a song, right? If you platinum, we'll pay you $10 a song.
That's clutch. I like that a lot,
And
man.
but
That's
when
thinking different.
we and I'm sorry, repeat. I'm sorry. What'd you just say?
No, I said that's thinking different.
Yeah, we just listen. It's not a concert, but the way we do it, like a real concert with a whole stage production and production show, we were the first ones to do it. We were the first ones to do it. So we can collect
Mm,
door sales and pay the artist as well from the ticket sale because we didn't collect any revenue from any of that stuff. All the revenue went to the artist.
that's different. I've been talking a lot of art with artists lately, and
Yeah,
the new ways
it
that
worked.
VR and AI can bring their brand more. You know what I mean? Audiences and even
Yep.
more innovative ways to perform, network, anything.
Yeah. And with AI, man, what I'm doing with AI now is like there's still no direct bridge that makes sense for social media right now, right? We have generative AI that helps us build things, but even within that, it still doesn't resonate to the outside audience. So what I'm using AI for now is to take the videos that I've taken from VR and add an AI element to the video and then restream it to my social media audience. So at least it looks polished and different. And if people ask,
Hmm.
hey, what is that? I'll say, hey, yeah, this was done in VR. And here's the link that'll take you directly to the world straight from the Instagram post. So Meta's made it really easy for us to do those types of things now. So yeah, man, drive
Yeah,
people
shout out
and
Meta.
drive traffic directly from your Instagram page because listen, I love VR because it allows us to tell our story like nothing we've basically ever been able to do before up until VR. But even with AI, excuse me, but even with AI, there's still a disconnect as we prompt these things to do what we want to do. Like I like VR because I'm in my headset and I'm me. Nothing is replacing me when I'm communicating with people and I'm speaking to people. And that's the thing that I think is never going to go away, and that's the most important thing I believe that makes
Hmm.
VR relevant still.
Man, 100%, bro. How do you see yourself or your role? How do you see your role evolving as VR and AI communities expand?
Yeah. So I think we have to realize that things are changing. Um, we can't be single focused only on VR without recognizing what the changes that AI are making in our industry, right? So now
Hmm.
with the Horizon World engine, you actually don't even physically need to know how to build anything anymore. Everything is going to be prompted now by your voice and your creativity.
Hmm.
Now, keep that in mind. The people that are creators and know how to communicate that prompt are the ones that are going to succeed, right? So, I know for a lot of us, we're limited by our lack of technical skill. Because I have ideas for days, which is why I can communicate these things to other people, but my technical skills hold me back. I'm not gonna lie. I piece things together, or the things I can do, I contract out, which is how my company operates. Um, but now to know that my creativity can go directly streamlined into the AI to envision what I want to see, I think it changes the game for a lot of people. It does. The creators now, the real creators are going to start rising to the top, because you'll be able to see their worlds in a way that won't look generic based on
Hmm.
their words. And I'm so excited for that. Yeah, it's
Oh,
time.
oh yeah, oh yeah, me too, man. So
Hmm.
excited, bro. With the new realistic, you know what I
Yeah,
mean, tri mesh kind of textured worlds, man. We can
yeah,
be more immersed now, man, and it's now, like you said, it's more easier for that thing to be created with just words and AI prompts,
yeah.
rather
Well,
than just
listen,
shapes.
I'm gonna blow your mind. We're gonna get together offline because I don't want to share too much of this yet. But there's a way that you'll be able to take that world and bring it on your phone outside of Meta and vice versa. AI
Oh snap!
is getting crazy right now. And I'll share some of that stuff with you after I play with it a little bit
Oh
and
snap!
mess with it. But man, it's getting crazy out here, man. We have ventured into the Ready Player Me, the Ready Player One realm right now. We're connecting these worlds quickly, and listen, once 2027 rolls around and that does what it's predicted to do, I think a lot of us are going to be forced back into these headsets. And I tell my businesses, man, and my clients, you don't have to understand the technology. You just need to be where your customers are, right? Like people like us are
Exactly.
here to do that heavy lifting for you. The same way you put an item on Shopify or Amazon, you don't worry about the fulfillment process, right? There's a team in place to do that, and that's what we do in VR, right? You just need to be here for your customers because when they're all forced to go back into this headset or this meta glasses or whatever we're forced to use, um, they're going to disconnect from you the way you think that they've been connecting with you now. It's going to be different. Some people are going to rise to the top and succeed and be relevant, and some people are going to be yellow pages. I hate to tell you.
Everybody say that, man. They gotta get with it. They gotta get up and get
Yeah,
the education on, do the research, and get up, man.
yeah.
Because I feel like every career or every job gets updates.
Every
Every job gets a new tool update,
every
a new protocol, a new safety rule. So yeah, bro, we gotta stay up to date.
Listen, I could think of a use case for every single industry that VR can assist in.
I'm
Yeah,
about to say,
from
even
every
without it.
aspect.
No, I'm about to say, I got a question pertaining to that. Even without a headset, how do you see AI or VR impacting everyday life?
Um, I think it's going to be emerging of a few things. I think it's going to be so, I said earlier before, it's not just going to be about VR, right? The AI conversation right now is so loud that it's drowning out everything else. But you've got to pay attention to augmented reality right now. And I think the overall term for everything, once it's all said and done, if you remember Betamax and VHS and
Yes,
Laserdisc, and
yes.
some people had all three. Some people were just like, I'm just Betamax, but where they at now?
Where,
Right? So VHS won that battle, and I think um, overall, I think the final end is going to be XR, that is going to incorporate everything. that would incorporate AI, VR, and augmented and mixed reality. Because it's going to evolve to a point where we're going to live our lives in a form of mixed reality. And those glasses, now that they're coming to existence, is going to spark a whole new generation of wearables that are going to
Yep.
replace both the cell phone and the headset. Right. So when you can
Yep.
walk down the street now and in your glasses, you see an augmented sales ad when you walk by
Uh-oh.
Chick-fil-A and it pops out the window like Back to the Future. Here's a 10-piece
Yeah.
nugget for 8.99, and you ain't even got to stop walking. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You can order it and then just
You can
walk in the
order it
store and
right on
pick it
your
up.
headset, walk in the door, pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah, or order it to get delivered when you get home at 5 o'clock at night. And just but listen, with AI now, what are you gonna do? Hey, uh Alexa, order the Chick-fil-A 5 o'clock at the with code blase blase blase, because that's the code that popped up because you were special customer because you saw it in AR. Right, so we have to prepare ourselves for these things, learn these tools. And if you don't know AR, man, let Chat GPT kind of walk you through it. Like I'm learning a little bit of everything right now so I can understand the language. But
Right.
AR directly connects your client who has a physical product to the rest of the world. Right, that is the only thing right now that's going to make 100% sense for them in 2 or 3 years. I notice I didn't say 5 years. I didn't say 10 years. I said 2 or 3 years.
We right
After the
there,
reset
bro.
in 2027, 2028, 2029, and then 2030, our world is going to look completely different. Completely.
It's right there. It's right there.
Yeah,
And
we're right there.
I that's what I was saying personally. I was like, okay, after years of me trying to get people inside this headset from friends, families, and people alike, you know what I mean? And that's part of the reason why I'm doing this show, because to show
Uh-huh.
people the real people, is real people inside these headsets. And yeah, Barrel. And I've known, since these headsets are heavy, right? Then maybe something more lightweight will be more efficient, right?
Yeah,
And boom, here go the Meta Ray Bans, and I'm like, well, as soon as they get some visuals in here, that's definitely probably the way most people are gonna be gravitated towards VR, or really it's gonna be AR, right?
yeah,
XR, but
yep,
it's gonna be more of a bridge for them to explore VR more, because it's right there. It's pretty much the
yep.
same thing. So we're
And
here with it.
listen,
Meta, shout out Meta. Actually, Meta Connect was what, 2 weeks, what, a week ago,
a week ago, yeah.
and they announced that they have some LED glasses, and now we can see
Woo-wee.
on these glasses. And so
Yeah,
we right
man.
there, like you said. So I agree that 2 3 years is got to be right there.
Yeah,
Personally,
here's the thing,
I
man.
don't.
We realize you can't walk around the street with these headsets on. Like that was a one biggest drawback for people that I speak to that prevents them from getting into
No.
space. They don't want to be tied down to this headset. I'm in the space sometimes 12, 15 hours a day,
Shit.
right? But I know that the majority of people don't have that privilege to do that, right? They're running businesses, they've got things to do, they can't be in a headset. So it only made sense that eventually we would evolve to some type of wearable. And I think when the Meta Ray Bans came out, that's really the first one that resonated on a consumer level. Because Google did the glass and all that stuff, and none of that stuff resonated. Even even Apple's Vision Pro, which is designed to be more mobile, right? Because you can carry around a battery pack with this thing. People were wearing it outside, but that was so impractical and quite honestly just stupid looking. I felt a little bit of empathy for people when I saw them wearing those things outside, because I see what they were trying to go for, but man, it's just silly, right? So we're not there yet. But these Meta Ray Bans changed everything. It made wearing wearables normal. Because man, I love my Meta Ray Bans. They are one of my favorite pieces of technology I've bought in years. Wear them every single day, even when I don't use them, and I don't have glasses. So um, they're just transition lenses, but I wear them every day. I'm prepared for whatever's going to happen because it's voice activated. And these new ones that are coming out with computed inside of them and directly connected to the web and AI, my goodness.
No,
Um,
bro.
I pray for Apple. Cell phone days are
Yeah.
numbered.
It's exciting times, bro.
Yeah,
It's
it's happening.
exciting
It's moving
times.
so fast, so fast.
No, yeah, bro.
And I'm a blurred man. You know, I'm a blurred. I'm a black nerd. So, for me, this is all fascinating to me, man. Fascinating. I've been a nerd my whole life. I've loved sci-fi my entire life. That's all I watch. I try not to watch anything about anything real because life is stressful enough. Um,
Mm-hmm. That's facts.
all I watch is sci-fi, so I'm just ecstatic right now to see everything that's going on responsibly. Hopefully, we can keep it responsible.
Yeah, yeah, you can say that again. Yeah, you can say that again because
Mhm.
it's a lot of bullshit that can happen.
Yeah.
That new shit that can happen, ain't it? From your perspective, what do you think VR is missing right now to go mainstream?
We need interoperability. We need a way to just get into VR and be connected with everything. Right now, it's still so segmented, which is really similar to the early stages of the internet. How each individual platform couldn't communicate with each other. So you were either on this browser, you were either on that browser, that browser, that browser, and none of them could communicate without having a subscription or downloading a disk onto your computer. If you're old enough to remember having to download those free disks to get AOL and stuff
Yeah,
to get on the internet. So
I forgot
and I
about
think
that.
we're here is that there are so many metaverse projects popping up. Some of them are really good, some are still in development stages, some are already established, but they don't communicate with each other than being able to get into the same app store inside of the headset. So we need to again get a little bit closer to Ready Player One and just be able to put the headset on and go anywhere, do anything, and have one centralized commerce system that people understand how to buy and sell products and services. Because right now we're making it up. Some platforms are a little bit more advanced with that. Some platforms provide an opportunity for you to do that with a bit of a profit sharing. And some
Mm-hmm.
people go direct to consumer through Cash App, right, or direct to B2B through PayPal or Venmo. So, but it's all segmented and it's all different in every single platform. So my goal with my new company, Virtually Connected, as you can see in the back there, it is
Virtually
to
connected.
kind of merge all of that into one space and funnel everything through one filter, and then figuring out what's the best platform for whatever your needs and your goals are, right? So I've talked to so many people, I've done so many things with so many people on so many platforms for so long that I really understand this space and how it operates, and I can make sure that I can put somebody with the right person or in the right space for their business to thrive and sustain. Because listen, if you're not here for tomorrow, then what's the point of doing any of this stuff, right? But
Mm-hmm.
we want to do it responsibly with the right people because we want this to be fun for you. We don't just want this to be like I don't understand Google ads. I don't understand, Facebook market ads and or
Right.
I want VR to be a positive experience for you when you're in here. And we can create that environment because we that's what we do. We've done it for a while now. We've been really successful at doing it.
Yes, sir. Exactly, bro. And I'm excited to keep going, and I'm excited for you to keep going and what you got coming up. And you already know, man. You got me for any video wise, any promotion wise, bro. You got me, bro. Just hit
Yeah.
me in my DMs, bro. No,
Yeah,
I really want to.
we're going to have some stuff coming up. Fro's getting ready to hit the scene again. Mr. Waterloon is we're about to hit Blocktober again for Mr. Waterloon, and then Fro's going to handle a lot of stuff in November, and then we've got something
Okay,
special planned in December, which is going to be a big deal. So we'll let y'all know about that first when we got more details.
okay, my man, bro. 30 minutes. I like to keep it, small and sweet, even though we can
Of course,
keep going
man.
forever.
I
But
love
I
the
think that was
format.
that was really really clean, man. Again, I want to edit it, but I do go live, so you know what I mean. When I get to it, we there, but it's still up here. It's up here. But I do want to thank you one more time, bro. Anything you else you want to plug in before we sign out, bro?
Yeah. So I just want to say, man, just support people where you feel necessary support is needed based on what's going to make you want to wake up and come back here tomorrow. Like I know sometimes support in this space seems like it's failing and far and few between, but you know, when you cater to an audience, that's all that matters, man. You can't cater to everybody. Not everybody's going to understand your vision, or quite frankly, have the time to do everything. Right. Some people are just there to support you behind the scenes, right? There are a lot of us like that do that. Some people love going out and supporting out in public physically and promoting other people that ways, right? And you know, however you support, man, just make sure that you do it with the people that you feel deserve that support, right? And if you don't have anything good to say, man, just keep it to yourself. Like the tear down doesn't help this space. It doesn't make you look any better. If anything, from a business
Right.
standpoint, it probably blocks your blessings and prevents people from wanting to work with you because they see how you act on social media, right? So your business, you're an entity. And if you want to thrive in this space, pay attention to what Meta's doing and focus in on what Meta's doing. They're giving you all the tools to be successful here. And if you choose to go another route, understand that you may not reach the levels of success through this platform that you want to reach because you're going against what Meta is showing you they want to be successful. Right now, it's gaming, right? You want to go to Meta
Right.
Connect, create an immersive game that draws a lot of people, that's highly engaging, and you will get a ticket and a hotel room in San Francisco. Right.
Hmm.
That is the only way, unless you are such a great developer that you can add something to what Meta needs to be done. Right. Some people have experience in what they do and they can work directly with Meta in building a platform. So, but just don't give up, man. Create, love, inspire, add value. That is all I live by. And I guarantee you, you do any one and hopefully all four of those things on a day-to-day basis with every interaction. And I guarantee you, your experiences will have a different result. I guarantee you.
My man, bro. Metaclean Rupert in the building, bro. That's going to wrap up this episode. That was beautifully said. We're in the lens with Benz. Huge thank you to Metaclean Rupert for joining us and sharing your story. Make sure to check them out at that right there below them, Metaclean Rupert. That's their Instagram, man.
Check me
Check
out.
them out, and thank you to everyone watching and listening. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to follow, share, and stay tapped in for more creators, innovators stepping into the future of VR and AI. Until next time, this is Ben signing off. Keep creating, keep imagining, and always stay in the lens. I
Peace and
got it. Thank you
appreciate
so
you,
much,
Beneficial Games.
Metaclean.